Washington. The White House defend President Trump's decision to include his chief strategist, Stephen Bannon, as part of the National Security Council, while seeming to make attendance at council meetings optional for the Director of National Intelligence and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Press Secretary Sean Spicer cast criticism of the move as much ado about nothing and said Obama political advisor David Axelrod and Press Secretary Robert Gibbs also attended NSC meetings. So all we did, frankly, was become transparent and actually put down on paper who's going to attend, make sure that it's out there for everyone to see who's part of this committee, he said on MSNBC. This is an example of transparency and making sure we're not trying to hide who's going to be attending these meetings. The National Security Council was established in 1947 to advise the president and present viewpoints and policies from across the military and federal agencies and departments. Every administration typically issues a directive laying out the organization of the council. But critics of Trump's directive, issued in a memorandum Saturday, say they are worried about the inclusion of Bannon, a former Breitbart News editor. Senator John McCain, Republican Arizona, praised many of Trump's national security picks, including Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly and National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. But he said on Sunday that Trump's reorganization of the council is of concern. I am worried about the National Security Council. Who are the members of it and who are the permanent members? The appointment of Mr. Bannon is something which is a radical departure from any National Security Council in history, McCain said on Face the Nation on CBS. President George W. Bush specifically excluded his chief political advisor Karl Rove from council meetings, but Spicer said Bannon isn't playing Karl Rove's part in the Trump administration. Steve has an extensive military background, extensive background in geopolitical affairs, and the assumption that he's playing the same role as Karl Rove is just not accurate, Spicer said on MSNBC. And so, he brings to the table a much greater scope of the political landscape, vis-a-vis the world, the geopolitical landscape in national security affairs. And I think codifying it and putting it out there is something we're not trying to hide. In the Obama administration, they had people going in and out of NSC meetings without people knowing unless they got caught wind of. Read more. GOP Senator John McCain comes out swinging against Trump administration. Trump adopts Nixon.